Hello and welcome back to our Civilization 7 Benjamin Franklin scientific playthrough. In the last episode, we continue our wars across the board. We are at war with José, Hatshepsut, Xerxes. We did declare peace with Confucius, but we're still at war with Ahsoka. We are getting a good bit of war support on these. In the last episode, Hatshepsut started her march towards Baghdad, so this is going to be pretty difficult to defend. We are going to back our army commander up. We're probably going to lose these units. Let's take out that land ship while we can, though. So, war is going pretty good at this point, though. We did do well defending from Jose's attack. Looks like Jose is starting to march his troops back in, though, for a secondary attack. We captured Capua that we are going to keep up here. Mobilian is going to be raised. We also advanced our naval units over towards Ravenna. So let's continue the barrage of Ravenna. For whatever reason, we don't get the animation, but that's okay. And let's do a bombing run over here also. So, district defenses are fully destroyed on Ravenna, so let's march our tank over there to capture the city. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or not. We are at settlement limit, but Mobilian and Kyoto are going to get raised. Kyoto's going to take 4, Mobilian's going to take 12. And we also captured some of Ahsoka's cities over here, so this Ujali is going to get raised in 9. We did keep Cantala Sally just for the amount of resources, especially the oil over here. Ujjalini is going to take 9 turns, like we said. Krooktap was Ahsoka's capital, so that's going to take a little bit to fully raise. It's going to take 24 turns to raise it since the population was high. I was thinking about keeping it, but we did do a lot of district damage, and there isn't really any resources around here that's worth me keeping at all. So let's hit the fleet commander. Destroy that elephant, and we will bombard the city some more. I do want to back up this tank. Destroy that satellite. Hopefully I pulled that tank far enough away from his resources there. Mina has her land ship on its way over, so we have some resources to assign. No, we don't. I really don't understand why this screen pops up when we don't have any. We do have factory resources, but our factory resources are already high. So let's continue on with that. Vigilante is being raised, so there's not really anything we can do there. Mobilian's being raised, so there's nothing we can do there either. And then Baghdad, we can attack Jose's infantry company that is making its way over. Can we hit anything from here? No, we cannot. Down here at Xerxes, Xerxes is where the war has been going the best so far. We did capture Xerxes' city of Parza and Pathragada. We also raised a town that he had up here. So that's why we were able to move some of our aerial units out and over. Let's get rid of this thing because it's gonna attack our AT gun. And then we will use our bomber. Let's do a bombing run here on Argos again. It's fully destroyed the district defenses of Argos. What I'm struggling with so far in the war is just having land units to capture the cities that we have been taken. So let's actually grab a factory right here while we're on this. And then we will grab a... Let's get a tank to aid in the war efforts in taking Argos next. I actually may keep Argos. Or should we keep Dubai? Or should we keep both? Just because there's a lot of resources around here that I would be interested in. We do have another one of Xerxes' cities right there. I may end up keeping both of these towns, but we do have a narrative choice. Archaeologists have discovered a site from the Antiquity Age. After constructing a careful extraction, they unearthed Persian curse tablet. Perfect. And our army commander has made its way over to Ahsoka's town of Pen Fekmeto Taco. I guess that's how. Probably not Taco. But made its way over there, long story short. Definitely not going to be keeping this. Although it does have oil. But definitely not going to be keeping this town at all. Then our submarine that we made its way over to the war dramatically late is going to just explore, see what's over here. But overall, I think the war efforts have been going really well. We are ahead in terms of overall science now. Xerxes is pitiful at 56 science output. We were able to overtake Confucius on the science, as well as José, that kind of crept up out of nowhere in terms of that science output. The war has really helped us with ensuring that we are ahead on the space race. Let's grab a merchant here just because we are struggling in terms of resource output. And this tank can make its way over to Argos. While that tank makes its way over, we are going to do a bomb run on Thibai, and with our Struckers here, let's ensure that we are defending our newly captured territory from any Xerxes counterattacks. Aerial and naval domination have really been the keys to this war victory so far. Our AT gun is probably going to die here, though. As well as our line infantry is probably going to die here. So we do a little bit of damage to the howitzer, or the howitzer, should I say. Ensure that landship has been taken out, and then we'll use this Strucker to destroy this landship that is making its way over towards our land. And then for bombing, that is José's tank. So let's bomb Roma up here, and then we'll use these to do a ground assault on José's tank. Just because the tank is stronger than the landship, I did want to get that out of the way first. Heavy bomber will hit Roma. I don't think this tank is going to be... Oh, it is. Nice. Perfect. I was about to say, I don't think that tank is going to be in range of anything, but it was. Makes our lives even easier. So Ravenna district defenses have been fully destroyed. Ravenna does have, what's that, wine and silver, but it doesn't really have anything else that we would need, so that's probably going to get raised in the coming turns. Hatshepsut has a lot of these little island cities that we will need to worry about. White Cabinet has completed its department store, so let's see what we can... Is there anything we need for our legacy paths? Brandenburg Gate, 37 turns. Railroad Tycoon points we need. Rocketry and a launch pad is what we need there. How are we looking for rocketry? 1 turn until complete. Let's do an infantry company. Though we probably could have done an explorer. I think infantry company is fine for now. Squadron commander can go on my aircraft carrier. This destroyer, I'm just chilling right here by Mobilian just in case anybody comes to attack it. Is getting raised in 11 turns. Kyoto is going to get raised in 3 turns. So we have a commander available for promotion. So we got 1 point here. I think the logistics. There's one that allows more units, I thought. Upgrading air units packed, heal 10% when upgraded, air recognize ground sight, reveals enemy commanders, reinforcements and stealth units. Splash, carpet bomb, dogfighting. Gain first strike ability plus 5 combat strength when at full health. +1 interception range for packed fighters. So let's do the aerial reconnaissance on that. Isn't really too much going on in this area of the war. Let's back this tank up into Krongthep. And then we heal it up in there just so it's not exposed out in the elements. And again, there isn't really too much happening in this area of the war either, so we are doing pretty good in terms of our naval domination against Hatshepsut, and then using our aerial domination as well to really help us out. We don't want to automate explore, so let's just rest that unit there, and then our assault gun fire on district defenses have been destroyed there. So let's capture this district. It's going to be under our control. Ahsoka has a dreadnought right here, so let's... Is it going to sink? It is not. Okay, so this submarine... Let's make that submarine explorer there. It looks like Catherine has got some settlements that we could check out. Okay, so that infantry company, I believe that's the one that's right by Ahsoka, was destroyed.
A screaming comes across the sky.
And we unlocked Rocketry. Berlin has an expansion opportunity. I think now we're ahead in terms of science output. We could focus more on the qualities of our cities. Thankfully, in Berlin, we do have the 82 food, so we're not struggling with food, and we're not really struggling for production either. But we could always boost it too. So let's grab this mountain. Madrid has completed an explorer. It does only have 87 production output, and it is losing gold. So let's throw a stock exchange in here. I'm gonna have to destroy the woodcutter. And let's replace the woodcutter we've destroyed with this food resource. Let's start putting some aerial units on this aircraft carrier, and then we'll probably do one more strucker as well. Really, there's really not much point in attacking the settler, but I would say it doesn't need to be founding new cities when we're at war. The aircraft carrier is going to come in pretty handy for our aerial domination with future attacks. I think we're going to move that aircraft carrier over and around. I don't know, maybe Wasset might be the best option, so move it up and then round the map up here closer towards Hatshepsut and José's coastal towns. So we were correct, that infantry did unfortunately die, and this AT gun is probably going to die next. Baghdad cannot fire on anything there, but these can unpack. Is this going to kill the infantry rifle company? Nice. Heavy bomber can continue its bombing of Roma. Ravenna should fall, and it does. So we've completed our milestone towards the ideology. And Ravenna, I don't think I really need Ravenna. 19 turns to raise it, though. Ravenna does have 67 food, 82 product. Oh, it does have a whole lot of gold output. Let's actually keep it. Probably should have looked at that gold output on the other that we captured from Ahsoka as well, but I didn't.
The memory of having sat at someone's feet will later make you want to trample him underfoot.
We will build our launch pad in Berlin. It is going to have to destroy that woodcutter, unfortunately, but we'll get that out, and then we'll put that food resources in there. Technology. So I'm not sure what we need next in our legacy path. So let's just take out some of those masteries. We have another city resource, +6 production in a city with a rail station. So 85. Madrid looks like it's gonna need it. White Cabnol is doing fine. What's our other cities looking like? Town. Okay, so Berlin is good. Madrid is gonna be the one that needs that. So let's throw that in there. And let's actually look at what factory resources we could apply as well. Is there 81 food? I don't think there's any factory resources that would aid with the food output. There is not. Civic, political theory gives us free speech plus social policy. Natural history, EMS dispatch, EMS dispatch, Brandenburg Gate. That's what we need. It's going to take 24 turns to build it, and it takes 37 turns we have overall for our legacy. So hopefully we can get a bit more culture. If we could find a cultural independent like we did, that would give us the quick boost that we need to our culture output. We will get rid of that. Our Amina has been really cashing in on our strong alliance. If we look over here, this cream color is Amina that we've been in an alliance with for a long time. She isn't really catching us up in terms of science output, but her gold output is crazy just from the amount of settlements she has. She has 19 total settlements. So she has been really doing well with this alliance. So let's continue our exploration. This tank that we have in Berlin is going to be used to attack Kabul. Baghdad, this AT gun still cannot fire on anybody. Use that remaining Strucker to clear up some of the units there. AT gun over here can fire on Xerxes Commander. And then Argos is going to be captured. Argos doesn't really have anything. So let's see what the gold. 74, 70, 82 gold. Yeah, I don't think I really need. There's nothing over 100 there. Now, Thibai does have a good bit of resources. So maybe that would be our next. We are over settlement limit while some of these towns are being raised. I believe Kyoto is going to be raised completely here in 2 turns. So that should drop us back under settlement limit. 10 turns on Mobilian, though. Just kind of hoping I would sink that dreadnought, but it's neither here nor there. And we captured another one of Ahsoka's settlements. It looks like he has another small town over here that we're going to move on to next. But absolutely not. 13 turns to raise is ridiculous. And we got our Explorer. So I believe there was some... resources. I thought we could, there was some resources that we could dig up. Oh, they're over here. Got it. Is there anything that's any closer? Yeah, it's a couple of artifacts over there. I haven't really done too much with the explorers because, if I'm being honest, I don't really understand how you use them. And we will skip the turn of the fleet commander. So we've got some peace deals coming in. Hatshepsut has made peace with Amina, so probably Hatshepsut is gonna sue for peace with us. No, Jose is suing for peace, so he's gonna give us Pahu. We're not. Jose and Xerxes are my main, I guess, antagonists here in this war. Xerxes is an obvious one. Xerxes and us have been kind of beefing for a long time. Xerxes did that initial assault on us earlier in the era. But Jose, since he declared war on us in the previous era and we were like had good relations with him before that point, that's what's really causing my assault on him. So we will use our struckers to clear up the land units that are in range. There's no other land units in range here, so let's assault this district. We have a town growth 4832, so production is on the agenda here. This is one that we captured from Ahsoka. The schoolhouse was completed in Q City, formerly Q Town. So let's go a cannery. So we don't have any other units to control there. Mobilian's being raised. Let's repair that cargo port that we were probably the ones that destroyed in the first place. Ironworks, 9 production. So district defenses were fully destroyed over there. We have no other resources to slot. Our tank made its way over to Argos. And then this heavy bomber can do a bombing run on the buy, so we can move our tank over there next. And that has been fully captured as well. 3064. Yeah, it's not worth it for us. Gives us a bonus resource +4 food, +4 production. So this does not have to go into a city, thankfully. So it's Taikao 62. Valladolid's not connected to our trade works network still. 58 is our lowest so far. So it's going to go in Cantalor Sally that needs that food. This tank in Ravenna can heal up for the moment because then we're going to use that same tank. And I'm going to heal up my navy while we're here as well. Still 9 turns on Mobilian. Kyoto is going to drop off, though that's going to bring us a little bit closer to settlement limit. Got that major victory. Though We will heal up our line infantry here. And then again, nothing to fire on there. Now this assault gun is going down, but we are going to take a land ship down with it, so that's something. And then nothing to fire at Pathragada either. So we sunk one dreadnought. That second dreadnought's probably gonna take us out, though. This tank we can move into our level 3 army commander. It's doing a great job, considering he is only a level 3. Next turn, and we are probably going to end the episode here as we move on to this next turn. I really appreciate y'all watching. This has been Scott Venom, and I'll see everyone in the next one.